Next up, we've got the game between FC Zurich and Real Madrid. And Real Madrid, as you'd expect, are one of the shortest priced away teams you'll find. In the Champions League first round of games, they're 4-11 to win in Switzerland. Ronaldo, Kaká, Karim Benzema, lots of other players as well on show. It's all about Real Madrid this, Steve, isn't it? And really seeing how those players are going to fit in and whether they can play together.
You've just said how they're going to fit in. We've seen, with the Galacticos and other stages we've seen where a lot of good players come into a team all at once, and the manager doesn't keep it simple, and he's trying things that the players aren't comfortable with, and it doesn't work. They've also got to have a balance to their side, which they've got one or two people who can provide that protection, can sit and break it up. So you would like to think the balance is there in that squad to be very good this year.
You would. All the focus is on Benzema, and he started superbly, by the way, in pre-season, and Kaká, and of course Ronaldo. But you've mentioned the balance, Steve, and in midfield they got Lassana Diarra and they've got Xabi Alonso. I mean, that might give them what they need.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, they were never the same when Makelele left, were they? The furore when Makelele left wasn't so much from the chairman or the fans; it was more from the players.
It was from Zidane.
The players knew exactly what he gave them. He allowed them, the ball players to play, and they've got two players there who can do that. As you say, Diarra will dog it, and Alonso will get about, and it's a little bit like Mascherano Alonso, isn't it? Just two boys who are going to sit in front and let the others get on with it.
Yeah, absolutely. They began last week in the Spanish League with a 3-2 win. Real Madrid. And goals, well, they've always been on the cards in Europe as well. 15 of their 21 away games in the group stages in the last 7 seasons have had 3 goals or more. But it's a bit too early. We don't know much about Zurich, but we know they're not of the highest standards. So if you're having a bet on this game, it's really on the basis of only one of the teams, isn't it? And that's always a risky thing to do.
4-11 Real Madrid. I mean, I'd probably rather back them at 4-11 than Chelsea at 4-11 at this stage. But I don't know whether or not there's value in that.
It's very, very early, and of course Zurich are one of the most inexperienced teams in Europe as well, so that doesn't help either because there's very few form figures on them from previous seasons. Well, our first bet is on both teams to score. 8-11 is a price really based on Real Madrid more than Zurich. Real Madrid do tend to concede in their away games in the group stages, as we've said. Lots of their away games have had over 2.5 goals. And that's not because they've been winning them 3-0 down the years, it's because they concede goals as well. So that's our first bet. Over 3 goals is our second. It's around 9-10. The fact that over 3 goals is odds on, well, it tells you what the bookies are expecting this week. Lots of goals. But do remember, if you back over 3 goals, and there are 3 goals in the game, then you'll get your stake money back.
You've got to think about Real Madrid wanting to win this group. And this is a game certainly that you're going to have to win.
Absolutely.
There are some gimmies in this, and this will be considered a gimme for Real Madrid. They won't want to slip up in this one.
No, absolutely not. They've got AC Milan and Marseille to come in the group, so they need 3 points here.